what's going on, everyone? Eman here from the C-List Villains podcast. And today, we're talking New Comic Book Day, March 17, 2021. Now, before we get started, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell. That way you get notified anytime I upload any new videos. New Comic Book Day, March 17, 2021 is going to be a little bit of an interesting one for me. There's quite a few books that are coming out that have caught my attention. This past week, March 10, was a little bit of a light week for me, so I don't know if that was the same for you guys. There were some books that I picked up, but it seems like March 17 is going to be maybe heavy. I'm not too sure. There's quite a few books that are on my radar that do look interesting. Now, you guys know me, I'm more into the indie stuff, but there's some Marvel stuff that had caught my eye. Some of the DC stuff caught my eye too. Unfortunately, none of the DC or the Marvel stuff made my list this week. I know. E-Man, what's going on? Hey, look, I buy what I want to read. It's a choice. It's what I get, you know. But let me go ahead and run down my 3 picks for March 17, 2021. I know I don't start saying, well, 1 is my favorite, number 2 is my favorite. No, it's not like that. It's just how I'm going down in a order. And in no particular order, here we go. Number 1, Ultra Mega number 1, written by James Herron and colors by Dave Stewart. I don't know what this book is about. All I know is that there's kaiju involved. There's 3 guys or 3 girls. I don't know. There's 3 people involved that create a bigger monster to help fight kaiju. I don't know about you, but I grew up on Godzilla. I grew up on Voltron. I grew up on Transformers. And some of my favorite Transformers are the Combiners. Let me read you the synopsis, and there's a reason why I even brought that up. A cosmic plague has spread, transforming everyday people into violent, monstrous kaiju. Only the Ultra Mega, 3 individuals imbued with incredible powers, hold the line against this madness. Their battle levels cities and leave untold horror in their wake. Now, the final reckoning approaches for the Ultra Mega. But is this a war they can even win? Alright, so, does it sound original? No. We've seen something like this before. There's a Voltron where 3 individuals get together and create one bigger Voltron. Yeah, there is. Is there kaiju? Yes, we grew up on kaiju. But this is kaiju fighting a combiner. That's it. I'm not even gonna lie. That's what caught my attention. I want to know what's going on with this. Again, there's something going on within the Image universe, and I've brought this up, that's really caught and captured my attention because it seems like there's something bigger happening. Image has been releasing books where we have monsters involved, viruses involved, mutating people involved. What's going on at Image? All these stories are slightly different. They're all along the same lines. We had Big Girls from Jason Howard, which I really enjoyed. If you guys haven't read Big Girls, check that miniseries out. That's fun. That also dealt with big monsters. Ultra Mega is dealing with big monsters. What's going on at Image? Again, it captured my attention, so I'm all on board with this. I want to see how this plays out. If after 2 or 3 issues I don't like it, then I don't like it. Definitely, right now, I'm really looking forward to something like this. So, Ultra Mega number 1, that's one of my picks for New Comic Book Day, March 17, 2021. Number 2 is Radiant Black 2. Okay, that one I did, it worked out like that. Okay, but just hang out with me. Just hang out with me. Radiant Black number 2 from Image Comics, written by Kyle Higgins, art by Marcelo Costa, colors by Diego Greco. All right, now we're finding out what's going on with Nathan, our hero of this story. He found a phenomenal cosmic power and that he was the only one. But at the end of the book, we found out that, hey, there's probably somebody else with this. So issue number 2 deals with that. Issue number 2 deals with Nathan finding out that, hey, there's somebody else out here that has the same kind of power. What is he gonna do? Let's read the synopsis. Yesterday, Nathan found an alien artifact that turned him into a superhero. Today, his dad says he's gotta find a job, so driving for a rideshare company driver it is. Oh, and there's somebody else out there robbing banks with powers like this. This is written by the same guy who gave us Power Ranger books from Boom Studios, and he's bringing ideas from that into the Radiant Black universe, into Image's universe. There's something going on at Image, and I have a feeling, now don't quote me on this, and I don't go scouring the internet for this, and I just like to come up with my own theories, but I'm thinking in the grand scheme of things, Ultra Mega, Geiger, Radiant Black, possibly Big Girls. They're all going to be tied in together in one pretty little bow. We're going to find out what it is possibly later on this year. Things got to unfold. We got to get little stories, so it's coming. Something's coming. I'm telling you, something's coming. So, Radiant Black #2, something I'm really looking forward to. I really like the first issue. The first issue was fun, especially the third act of that book. It was really, really fun. So I'm going to check this one out. All right, on to #3, which is Abbott, 1973. #3. Yes, I did it like that. Please forgive me. Earlier this week, I was like, you know what? I picked up Abbott 1973, #1 and #2. #3 is coming out. Let me go back and read, the first series of Abbott. Pick that up, read it. Wow. Abbott, I think, is one of those seriously overlooked books right now. Abbott touches on a lot of these very sensitive subjects in just the right amount. And it deals with monsters. It deals with supernatural monsters. Abbott's got this special power where she can sense something called the Umbra. We're not 100% sure where this comes from just yet, but she's got the force. So let me read the synopsis for Abbott 1973, #3. All right, now this is written by Saladin Ahmed and art is by Sami Cavella. Sammy, I am so sorry if I butchered that name. Saladin? Same. If I butchered your name, please forgive me. So the dark forces terrorizing Detroit have struck Elena Abbott where it hurts most. And she's going to strike back. But even after pulling together an uneasy alliance with the last people she expected, Abbott is about to learn her enemies are one step ahead of her. And it might cost Abbott the person she loves the most. So now we're getting an investigative reporter whose life is in danger, whose loved ones' lives are in danger. Hey, this sounds very familiar. However, it deals with supernatural stuff. So the writing of Abbott is seriously underappreciated. Saladin was able to compress supernatural type story in 5 issues with the first Abbott. He's going to do the same thing with 1973, which is her second issue, or second volume, so to say. And he's doing it and he's pacing it so well where it fits perfectly like a puzzle in a small issue arc. If anything, I would probably put Abbott 1973, #3, my very top pick for next week. That's the one I'm probably looking forward to the most, is this book. I'm fully on board with Elena Abbott and her adventure now, and I'm fully on board with the creative team, Saladin and Sami. I'm sorry. You guys, if you're not reading Abbott, do yourself a favor. Pick it up, pick up the trade, get on this right here, because I think that this is just one of the best written books out there right now. Well, check it out. Go have fun. Check it out. All right, guys. Well, that's it for New Comic Book Day, March 17, 2021. What did you think? Are you in agreement with me? What other books did I miss? Again, these were my top 3, but what are your top 3? Do me a favor, leave me a comment down below. Now remember, I co-host the C-List Villains podcast. New episodes drop every Saturday on iTunes, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. Also, we have a YouTube channel where we've had some pretty cool interviews. Come and hang out. Check those interviews out. We got to hang out with some industry giants. I don't want to tell you who it is. I want you to go see. But go find us on YouTube, the C-List Villains podcast. All right, you guys. Well, that's it for today. Until the next issue, deuces.